Alright. Let's move that, move that. This place is a mess. 1, 2, 3. We should be live in Technicolor and all that other good stuff. Dennis, how are you, my friend? Let's get these pens out of the way. We don't need these. Alright. We don't need this brush either because it's a glue brush. Put it up there for now. Okay, so without further ado, Robert, how are you? We are painting Doom today. Now, I just got this game no more than 2 hours ago, so I haven't even had a chance to even look at it. Kind of got it prepped up. Lars, how are you? And we're going to get this go. On my channel, of course, a few announcements. Everybody that won something, it should be out tomorrow because we finally got in contact with the last of the people, or they got in contact with us, which is what we always hope. I usually wait a few days because I just can't do it all. So everybody finally got a hold of us. We are getting everything boxed up, and it will be shipping out tomorrow, Monday latest. So some of you may get it for Christmas, some just after Christmas, but don't worry about it. You'll be fine. That's about that. So like I was saying, I'm looking at these figures, and by the way, I'm going to be doing on the Dice Tower probably on the in-between week of Christmas and New Year's. I'm going to be doing Rob's top 10 miniature games of the year. And I think I'll do it live. I'm gonna coax Tom to let me do that one live. But I must say, this Doom game can very closely, with the miniatures, which I'm really impressed with, be close to being one of my miniature of the year games. That's if it can crack the top 10. So, Charles, how are you? I always try to say hi to everybody. Big Bang. So I'm looking at these cards, and to be honest with you, they are not particularly detailed. They don't give me much to go on. I'm not going to sit there and look at a video game, so I just might make some of this shite up myself. These pictures are not the greatest, so let's take a look. Hopefully you guys can see this because we got the newfangled camera. That's an imp. That imp I do not have out here yet. Possessed soldier I do not. We're going to be working on the Catacomb Demon today. Okay. Really not a great picture, but I think I can work with it. Pinky, I don't know if we're going to work on him today. Manicabus. He's up in the air. Actually, I have it. I think this is him right here. Yeah. Boy, what do you do with him? They really don't give you too many options, but we will do what we have to do. The Reverend, we're going to say for next week. Baron of Hell. Do I have any of those out? Why, yes, I do. It looks like they're all red. So we know how to do that. So I got 2 of them. So maybe we'll do them up today. And then, of course, the Cyber Demon. He, I don't know. I don't know what to do with him. I'm going to think about that one. But, hey, that's what we're here to do. Figure it out. So why don't we get down to the table and get to work? What do you think? We're going to, as always, we're going to do part of it here. Another part on the mighty Dice Tower. The second hour. Usually we have all the boring stuff in this one. Aspen, how are you, Puma? Good. Hello, everyone. Let's get going. Let's see if my preset on my camera works. Oh, why, yes, it does. Well, howdy doody there. That was pretty cool. Too bad I can't set the second preset. Go figure. I got to read the book. Alright, so we're going to put this guy aside. We're going to put this guy aside. We're going to keep these two guys out here because they are almost the same texture. So in the beginning, they're going to look like garbage. That's right. I think there's a couple of more of these in there. Bag-o Rob. You can tell I was in a rush. I don't get pre-copies like some of the people that watch and steal all my ideas. I don't get them from nobody sends me a free copy of this game. So I have to wait till it comes out, purchase it down at where else? Probably the greatest store on the planet. Yes, that is correct. And let me back that up. Can I back that up? Hold on. Trying to. Alright, I've got to make an adjustment on this camera real quick, or else we're going to have a tough, oh, there we go. Alright, that seems pretty good right there. So now I just need to go into preset and turn off any auto zoom thing that they have on there. So camera focus, just leave it, there you go. Alright, so it will not auto focus. Thank you. Alright, I figured out how to work the camera a little bit. Nice. Alright, so how's this picture? Is this better than what we normally work with? I'd like to know. That's kind of important. I wonder if I should turn on the white balance behind me. Let's take a look here. What? Any pointers on buying a magnifying visor? That I couldn't give you because my beloved queen bought it for me, to be honest with you. Continuous. Save. Okay, I'm going to save this data the way it is. Perfect. There we go. And then if I have to focus anything, I will focus it myself. Alright, so let's get to work here. So, we're going to take out a old favorite here, and we are just going to douse these guys in it. That's what I think we're going to do. Because you really don't have much to go on, especially with this guy here being as all redded up as he is. We're going to take corn red. Let's just do it. Right? I mean, if you're going to do something, let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it right. But I think we're going to put a little twist on this. So we're going to take a bigger brush here, and we are really going to douse this in. Matter of fact, I think what will work a little bit better is not this screwdriver, but actually this one right here. So we're going to shake this up, move it over to the side. Looks good, much clearer. See? We're always striving for perfection here at Rob Orange Painting Channel and Painting 101. Which happens once a week. Alright, let's put down our visor. Let's go to work. This is very simple. Smather. It's looking kind of bright. That's alright. I'm not worried about that. Don't worry about covering all the hooves. We're going to paint that a completely different color. And we are going to really just get this in there and paint this dude up. Don't worry about getting it any place that we don't want it in. All we want to do is just cover this model completely in this corn red. And if we get it on the horns, don't worry about it. All we want to do is make and get complete utter coverage. Now, I'm going to do the 101 version on these. I mean, you guys can take and detail these a lot more if you desire. So just don't think that. I always like to show people, especially people who are not painters, how easy you can just get something nice enough to get on the table. when we're going to really start to shine our talent is the beginning of 2017, as there's going to be yet another live show. And I think this show might be on both networks. I don't know, but it's definitely going to be on mine. And I'm going to call that it's going to be our Games Workshop Weekly. And that's where we're really going to go into painting, and or maybe I should just call it Paint Workshop. Yeah, there we go. Paint Workshop Weekly. And what's going to happen is, because if we don't paint a Games Workshop game, then you can't call it Games Workshop Weekly, and then I'll get killed. Maybe I'll even get sued. So why don't we leave the Games Workshop thing out there? Anyways, what I want to do is really start taking and painting on a more higher level with some projects, and really look at some different games, and really just kind of open up the door for everybody. I could show you how to paint it a little bit better, but you know, my real basic kind of show you how to do it. Now, can everybody see that? Hold on, I'm going to look up. Smother must be a technical term. No, it's just a Rob turn. It really is. So looking forward to watching this when I have the time. Have fun, everyone. New troll. Just came in here just to troll, just for a bit. Nice. That's what he does. Bow Smash. How are you? Very nice and crisp. Thank you very much. Joe in Arizona. How much? And Jedi Jeff. Man, the gang is almost all here. The only thing that's missing is Lori and Nathaniel, which I bet they'll be along later on. All right, so we're going to put this guy down. Well, we were going to put him down. Try to get more paint on the figure and less paint on you. Now, I just primed these white. Why? Because that's what I had outside. I could have primed them darker. Probably would have went over better, but we're going to layer these guys quite a bit, so why don't we do that? Let's just add a little more water here, and let's reach into the bucket here and take some of our favorite things, which is paper towels, which is man's best friend. And just wipe off that brush a little bit. We'll put that right there. We got a little water over here, which is perfect. And we are painting away, folks. Let's do this. All right, we're setting everything up so we can finish it on the Mighty DT. And that's where all my boys are. So someone got a hold of me, and I'm good, because I like to talk continuously because I hate dead air. Thank you. Camera looks great. I think so too. I told you this is a game changer. Sean, I cannot thank you enough. You are a good friend, and someday, he may come in need of something, and I will be the first one to champion his cause. So, while we have all 20 people here, which isn't a lot, but it's good enough, a more intimate setting. Serpium 121212. See, I said your name first time all the way through instead of going, Serpium, what's up, dude? But I got a letter today, and it's kind of funny. And somebody said they would donate $150 to the Indiegogo project, which is the Dice Tower, if they sent, they would send it only if I can break a 3-inch thick wooden meeple. I said it's got to be of a decent size. It's got to be at least a foot long if I'm going to do this. And I have to break it with my hands. I cannot put it over my head and crack it or anything like that. I have to do it physically with my own strength. He said he didn't think I could do it. I said I would. He put up the $150 if I did it. So when the Kickstarter starts, make sure you check Board Game Breakfast to see if I was successful or not. Not this week, but in a couple weeks. Personally, that board don't got a piece of chance. He better make it 6-inch wood. He's making the meeple to make sure that it is a solid piece of wood and not some balsa wood. Excuse me, folks. I just have to check some work stuff. Okay. And just as we speak, Chat at BGG tells me around 3,000 people enter. Ooh, okay. Well, all I can tell you is that I will do my best. Hi, Rob. New camera looks ace, and that red you're using looks awesome. Well, thank you, Alan. It's always good to have you on here. And welcome, everybody. I start a little earlier. I know. But the reason being, of course, is because I kind of like to get set up on the Dice Tower a little bit earlier, so I start a little earlier. Even though I set it for 6 o'clock, guess what? Expect to see me live and in human color now. Oh, and I bought some editing software, which I can't wait for you guys to see some of the things that I have planned. We're going to be doing a little bit more news segments and stuff like that, so I'm going to try to make things a little more professional. I went down to Best Buy and I said, well, let me try one of these softwares, and I had no idea which one was better, and I picked one up, and then I actually went on YouTube and learned how to use it, believe it or not, because there was a gentleman who decided to do a tutorial about it. And sometimes tutorials are the best things because you never know when you need them. You can fix your washer, your dryer, anything. So all we want to do is just get coverage here. And I know what you're saying. Wow, that looks like garbage. Yes, it does. Yes. But don't worry. Don't you worry yourself one bit. As always, everything looks stupid for the longest time, and you can't understand why I do certain things, but then all of a sudden, with just one swift swoop of the brush, everything comes together. Oh, let me put my visor down because I can't see a doggone thing. Trying to make sure I get all the spots in here for these guys. We're gonna be a little creative with this, and we're gonna try to see what we can do so we can have some real fun with this. And isn't that what it's all about? Just having some fun. Now, this guy's got a lot of nooks and crannies, which is good, because we like nooks and crannies, because you know what that means? When we put a wash on, or we decide to dry brush over it, it means there's a lot of detail in there. And a lot of detail means what? Can anybody answer? Bueller? Well, it means, hey, Rob, this is going to look pretty cool. Uh-oh, sounds like the queen of all reality dropped something. Alright, I'm sweating a little bit, and I don't know why. Oh, it's because I got these new lights on me. And they're a little warm, so excuse me for a second. I'm just going to take a swig of water. Swig of water to y'all. No more Movie Maker? No more Movie Maker. That's right. That's all I used. I found, well, I forgot what the heck the name of it is. I'm missing some things here. Hold on, I'll answer everything that anybody had asked. So I do have to say that, you know, we're coming up on the end of 2016. Can you believe it? Can you actually believe it? Serpium has a question, but bear with me, my big fella. Let's see here. I didn't know they had made a new version of Doom. KMD baby, how are you, my friend? Jason Jones, will you be playing Doom? Yes, once it's painted. I'm sorry I skipped over your comments. I didn't see you. Striker, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Will it snap? New Rob Warren segment? yeah, maybe that's it. Crack me up when you broke the paint table and snapped that brush before. Well, this is gonna be some pro stuff. So I'm really gonna. I've already figured out. I'm just gonna snap that thing, and then he's gonna have to pay $150 to our boys there. I learned everything I know from Sony Vegas Pro. I saw that one there. I should have got it, which isn't much from watching YouTube video tutorials. Can you show which red you are using? I got in a little late. All right, there we go. I'm all caught up with the comments. Here is the red I am using. It is corn red. I hope you can see it. Awesome, brother. Oddly, your changing of the software will save me some time too. Yeah, sorry, pal. I just need to. I'll tell you what. Matter of fact, Robert, I'll email you what I got, so you know what I got. It's something 15. Project Mate. I don't know. I'll be damned if I know anything. I'm barely lucky I can think straight. All right, so let's get back to it, huh? Sorry for the little delay there, but I did get a little thirsty and a little overheated. As they say, don't get your big ass all overheated over nothing. All right, so we got our brush nice and wet. We've got our corn red all set. Let's open it up. I wish I spray painted these black because this would have been a heck of a lot easier instead of the extra step that I'm going to have to put in here. But hey, that's all right. That's all right. Sometimes it's just better. And I didn't fully get these sprayed on as much as I should have. It was like rush home, spray can. Then I had about 19 other things I had to do. Administrative things with the Queen of All Reality. The girls are getting all loaded up because they're leaving tonight. They're going to their friends, and then from there they're going to Holiday Matsuri. So I had to get the camera all charged up. And it was just one thing after another. But with that said, and then I got out here late, which is late for me because usually I get bored. You see, I get all set up because I get kind of psychotic when I set up things. Let's see. Awesome, brother. Leo, how are you? Again, I'm sorry. I try to say hi to everybody. So, all those channels that are watching me and want to copy me, do me a favor, go someplace else. Go do something else. Matter of fact, don't watch. I was very excited. I talked to Pete from Cool Mini or Not. Pete is the greatest guy on the planet. I guess some cool things are going on at the first of the year, and we will get right on it. I told him, Pete, just keep me and the peeps ahead of the game. If there's something I can paint, get it to me. And that's what's most important, is getting things so we can paint it and be thorough and take good care of our subscribers. Speaking of taking care of our subscribers, so is the board game based on the video game of the movie? Ricky, how are you? Alan, the board game is based on the newest video game. There you go. So if you have a PS4, an Xbox One, check out the latest game. You'll see everybody that's in this one. So we'll probably have this painted up by next week, and Christmas, I think we're going to be playing this, and I think Christmas Eve, possibly, we might even be doing a live thing. It'll be our Christmas holiday mashup, and I think we might be doing Conan that day. So what do you think of that, huh? That's a good one. This weekend, it's Justin and I. And Justin and I are going to be battling it out for family superiority. I'm going to let him pick the games that we're going to play, so that could be dangerous. And he's got a few things in mind that he wants to play. So Why don't we just do it up, right? What time do we got? Oh, 6:13. We got plenty of time. When will you be going ad-free? Just curious. Enjoy the content either way. Game line. I I got to figure out how to turn it off, because I turn it off and then it goes back on for some stupid reason. I should be ad-free. I'll check the settings tonight, and I'll make sure that everything's off. We shouldn't have any ads. We should be ad-free, period. No more ads. Why, are there ads popping up while we're doing this? I hope not. I forgot how I said everything, and I'm very internet, not savvy, but stupid. That's a better way to put it. I'm going to have Justin come out and check all the YouTube settings. The Poon Goon. Oh my God. His channel, though, is pretty funny. He's got Janice in a blue wig, and he was making me laugh. He's making Warcraft videos, and now he's going to be doing... I just spent $1,000 for a Christmas present for him, so we get him a really good PC. So, because he wants to start his own channel of PC games. I said, all right, do what you want, kid. Have a good time. Have at it, young man. Have at it. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what he comes up with. He's a smart kid, and he just wants to do things his way. Matter of fact, he was telling me that MGK is on there all the time with him. No ads during the video, just when you first load the video. Really? Alright, I'll try to take care of it. I apologize for that. That's on me. Did it freeze only here? What do you mean, freeze? It shouldn't have frozen. I've lost no packets whatsoever. No dropped frames. Everything's running really, really high, believe it or not. Is everything looking okay? Cool. So, okay, can't wait to see you play. Coming. Cool. The new one, unless it's better, has got me for Christmas. I was looking forward to those plays, Doom and Conan. I have Gears of War, so I wasn't sure if I needed Doom 2. Want to see how different it is. Well, you'll get to see it. No ads during the video. Just okay. Did it freeze? I haven't experienced any lag or freezing. It did, Lars said. May have just froze for you, my friend. I'm sorry. What's his channel's name? Justin's? Justin's channel's name is Poon Goon. You got to see the video with Janice. It's the best. When she tries to get more subscribers. I'm not even giving him any advice. I'm just saying, dude, you're on your own on this one. Just stay as far away from my channel as you possibly can. But MGK was talking to him. 2020 was talking to him for a while last night. It was pretty good. Looks good here on my phone. All power piles are intact. This is good. Looks good and sounds good to me. Everything fine here. Looks good and sounds good. Yeah, okay. So, unfortunately, no, sorry. Hit a shortcut for pause. My fault. Lars, you're killing me. You're killing me. But you're still my boy. Don't you worry about it, pal. You're a good guy. Here I am, I'm panicking, especially after the other night when we lost the entire game. There is a problem in the area, and they're supposed to be rectifying it, so I'm really kind of antsy because I don't like going on the dice tower and then all of a sudden losing things. It's very embarrassing for me. Here, I can almost deal with it, you know. It's my channel, so it doesn't matter. But when I mess with the big boy channel, that really bothers me. Josh, I hope everything is well with you, my friend. Okay, so we got these guys based, okay? And that's what's most important right now. So we're going to put these guys aside for now. And we're going to think what we're going to do with them once they dry a little bit. How's that sound? Sounds pretty good? I thought so. All right, let's take these cards and try to get some ideas. And I don't think we're going to cover all these guys today, but we are going to cover a lot of guys here. Okay, so this guy, jeez, what do you do with this? It's kind of like I gotta really look at this card. And let me see if I can get this card out so you guys can see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, there we go. It really doesn't give you a lot to go with. Subscribe to Poongoon. I'll have to see how that cheat is doing over there. Yeah, he's doing all right. He's a good kid. He really is. He's a little out there, but that's my son. What are you gonna do? All right. So it looks to me, if I had to assimilate anything, that there is more mechanical stuff, and then he's got like this fleshy stuff. Where does the fleshy stuff start, and where does the mechanical stuff end? That's where we have to come up with, because there's not too much that you can really go on. So I've got to kind of be inventive, but I've got to be smart too. So let's really take a good look at this Freakazoid and make sure that we give him the proper treatment. So the last thing we want to do is screw this all up. Alright, if I had to be a betting man, and I'm not, I may try to research and see if we can find a few more pictures before we tackle this guy. Then again, well, let's see what else we got there. Let's see what we got there. Hendrick Madison. Tried to search the name in Google and find pictures more detailed from the computer game. See, that's a good idea. We're not going to do this while we're live, and I think, whatever we don't do this week, we will definitely adjust for next week. This guy here almost has a rocky kind of state and some metal underneath. So I don't want to go gray. I think I would dry brush the gray on. Let me just take a really, really good long look. And I apologize for me taking such a long time on this guy. Yeah, we're talking about the big boy here. And he would be the same color as these little guys here. Well, yeah, kinda, not really. Alright, these, I know what I'm going to do, but they're going to be a little more extensive, so we're going to need just we're going to need an hour just for them. And this guy, we're going to wait on, so we're going to put him over there. And I got a feeling that this is going to turn into a 3-part series, which is fine. But we're going to take our time and make sure that we cover everything as well as we can for you guys, so you guys have that feeling that you feel that. All right, so this big guy here, he's next week. Oh, by the way, no, it's not next week. I'm going to make it up to everybody. Next week we are not going to be live on Thursday. So what's going to happen is the following week, I am off the entire week. We are going to help our brothers overseas, and we are going to do a morning version of this. We're going to do one day where I'm going to do a morning, I think maybe the 27th, and then we'll be back on our regular day, the 29th, to make up for it, so we can get everything in there. Then also what is it? War and Pieces. War and Pieces will be probably a day earlier next week. There you go. The reason being is the holiday, and not only that, but live, or basically taped, will be the Christmas contest. You'll finally get to see our house all jacked up and ready and see if we win the big contest. So we're going to film that whole event, and if we lose, I'll even film that too. But we have some plans. I don't want anybody to know what we're going to do. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the questions. Did you ever paint the Rivet Wars game? I would love to see how it looks painted by you. Well, Jason, it's funny you should say that, because we're going to be painting that live the first week of January. Found a Reaper Ogre mini today. That, with some modifications, has turned into a perfect ogre for my new Blood Bowl team. Very cool. Online pictures aren't much better. They're all pretty dark. If you search for Doom 2016 Manibus, you get a really good pick. All right, we'll take a look at that. Rob, what do you do for a day job? If you don't want to say, that's fine. I cannot say. I apologize. All right, so you are going to be next week. Well, kind of torn on this. Nah, I need a better picture of the Cyber Demon, because I've really got to come up with a game plan for him. So Cyber Demon is going to be next week. But these guys, I think I got a good idea what we're going to do with them, and we'll get them included as well. So there we go. All right, so let's get to work here. Let's not horse around. Yep, all right, I think I got it. Okay, so what we are going to take... This is not going to be easy because usually I like to plan everything out. But we are going to take a filleted one flesh. Okay. Rob, what do you do? Oh, no, I already said I cannot tell you what I do for a living. Due to security reasons. Okay, so let's see how this will work out. I'm going to take that same brush we used, and we're really going to fill in some areas here. We're not going to worry too much about getting... Let me make sure that I got this good and clean. Alright. And there we go. And again, making sure that you clean your brush is half the battle. Alright, what time do we got? Alright, 6:25. That's alright. We're hanging right in there, and we're going to be able to be right on time, I have a feeling. Alright, so we're going to take this filleted one flesh, and we're going to get a good amount on our brush. And just looking from this card, we're going to hit his midsection, as you can see. And we're really going to coat that up real good. And don't worry about getting it in places that you don't want to get it in, because it's going to be fine no matter how you look at it. Okay, his face here, we're going to douse it in there real good. Alright, we're going to get a little in there. And that joint there, we're not going to worry about this first color. This first color doesn't mean anything. But getting this on is pretty much the whole battle, because the next colors we've got to be a little more thorough with. Now we're going to put in here. Alright, so we're not going to worry about in there. And that joint there, we're going to go over it again a little bit, making sure that we get over his face real good. And this is the base color for this big dog. And I'm just kind of putting it in every place I possibly could, only because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Clean that off a little more, and again over the top, and we're going to let that dry real good. Get in between his back end there. All I'm trying to do is get good coverage. I'm not worried about going over the parts that I'm going to end up painting metallic, because we're going to do a few things with this, and we're going to have to shade this guy really well, or else he's just going to look like a big pile of garbage, and we don't want that. So we're going to put him aside. Question: do you clean your brushes in just water, or do you use a cleaner conditioner? How often do you use the cleaner conditioner? At the end of the night, I have a jar here that I put cleaner and conditioner in. And then what I do is I come over, I unscrew the jar, and I go, it's got a little grate in here. And I make sure I get all of that paint off. And I come over and I dry my brush real good. And I caress the brush a little bit, and I said, thank you for a very good job tonight. And the brush goes, that's okay. If you need me, just give me a call. And I say, fine. I may need you a little later. The union said I can only work 8 hours straight, and then I have to have 4 hours off. And then I tell the brush, I go, listen, these people want to see these things painted. Are you going to disappoint them this way? And the brush looks in the camera and says, I'm sorry, folks. Union rules. And then walks off. So then, at that moment, I go in and I decide against union regulations. I hire another brush, a different brush, a little more sturdier brush, a brush that really needs a job. So I then close up my lid, put this back over here, then dip into my pot of paint, which I'm getting no lip from this brush, and we go back to work. And you can see this brush is willing to work and not give me any lip. As you can see, this brush is actually doing a better job. Holy cow. Junk I gotta go through. This is what I get for running a channel. I got labor problems, all kinds of stuff. Paint fumes are starting to have an effect. Probably so. Hey, Berkey, my brother, did you eat some jerky before you started? So, look, protein to make it through. Yes, sir. Nobody makes jerky like my man, Berkey. Berkey jerky. The kids, you are a perfect hero to the kids, and not only that, but some people are getting some wonderful spices in the coming weeks. Well, in the next week or so when everything goes out. We threw some in there, but the kids insisted on keeping their hands on a bunch of it. Mama Bear decided to cook some chicken in that stuff. And the chicken was good. That's what I'm saying. My man Berkey. Now I know why my brushes get wrecked at sometimes. I don't talk to them. Talking brush. I know I was doing something wrong caring for my brushes. I add a little water if it gets dry. Shake well, not too much. Won't mess with the mixture and beats clumpy paint. There you go. As long as the substitute brushes are better than the NFL substitute refs from a couple years ago. No, they did a great job. I remember Seattle winning a very important game. Thanks from those horrible refs. There we go. All right. And we're just getting this color really in there. And let me put down the lid so I can see what the heck I'm doing. And this is just a color that we really kind of want to work in there. Matter of fact, Mr. Berkey, I'm getting to the point. I just got these 39 more miniatures to do. And I'm going to be starting another Blood Rage project. I think I'm going to paint mine the same time I paint Berkey's. Berkey's been very good to me and a good friend. And as always, it's always good to have good people around you. It makes you a better person. Amen. So, here we go. So, it is close to the holidays. A lot of things going on. I hope all of you have gotten your Christmas shopping done, Hanukkah shopping, or whatever you believe in, which is fine by me, but the most important thing is just to care about your brother that's next to you. If you can just do that once a year, then we'll be doing a pretty good thing. Alright, so there we go. We got that on there. And as you see, this brush gave me no lip all the way through. Yeah, I'm hoping I would have it done by the end of January. I'm hoping. Let's see. I knew there was something. I want to make sure. Thanks, Rob. Got to go and stand in 10-degree weather so I can get a good seat for Rogue One. Oh, good luck with that, Dennis. Have a great time. And thanks for everything, pal. Thanks for coming by. I hope everybody enjoys Rogue One that's going to go see it this weekend. I am not. Played this at BGG Con. Really liked it. Beautiful models. Enjoy watching you paint. Really motivates me to get more painting done, and I'm always learning something new. Thanks, Rob. Well, Rivad8607, thank you. You are kind. Joe, thanks, Rob. I will give it a go. Just add a little at a time. There you go. That's all you got to do. Alright, so we're going to clean off this brush. We got these nice and dry. What time is it? Oh, perfect. We still got another 20 minutes here before we switch over to the Mighty DT, my home away from home. So, what are we going to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at one of these cards, and we're going to go through and, well, now we can start painting because Nathaniel's here. Hi, Rob. Hi, chat people. Can't stay long. We're getting new carpet, and I must get to boxing up stuff. Uh-oh. Yep, Joe, the trick is to shake well, not stir. I've revived some old Citadel pot. Oh, there you go. Okay, so you guys are talking about something else. So I'm looking at this guy. Oh, that sounds like some puppy dogs. That means the UPS guy came. Alright. I'm going to take one of these guys and experiment. I want to take and see how a new oil will go over this. Or do I want to take and go with the crimson red? I think it'd just be too much red. I think the black over the red will really sell it very well. What do you guys think? Well, let's find out and let's learn. Do you ever use a swivel stand in your miniatures? Nah. Like a Lazy Susan? No. I'm one of those guys that just kind of wings it, you know. I just got to have my hands on everything. And I'm sorry you're seeing my stupid arm. It's just a weird thing. I have to be in control of everything. Because I have no control at this home because my wife. The queen of all reality. Alright, so I'm going to take a risk here. But it doesn't matter to me because I'll just go buy another box. Oh my god, that's dead. Is it? Oh, I kept it because there was just a little in here. So I'm going to take some Newell oil. And what I want to do is I want to see how much of an effect it's going to have. This is going to be the end of this thing right here. Try to get this all in the brush here. Alright, and what I'm going for is, I want it nice and thick, and I want to work it in. And there's a reason for this. And I think this is going to work exactly what I want. Because in the video game they're so dark. There we go. What I want to do is I really want to darken into the recesses a lot. And then work the color out. So essentially what I'm trying to accomplish here. Alright, let's get these guys aside because any kind of splashing is going to get on them and that's not what we want. Okay, that's perfect. It's getting in there, it's getting in the recesses, and it's giving us that dark, sinister look that we're going to build out from. Because we're going to dry brush these later at some point, a lighter color. Yes, just a little bit lighter. But we want, you see, what I want here is because everything's so shadow based in here. What's going to help is when we start painting some of these horns up, and we're going to change the color of them, we're going to make them like bonish. It's going to stand out. It's really going to bring out the facial features. So that's exactly what we want to do. So let's do 2 more of these, and then we'll save this one for the dice tower and just kind of talk through it while these will already be dry, and then we can move on to the next step, because I like to kind of catch everybody up a little bit. And I think we'll do the same thing with the other red dudes there. So that's kind of cool too. And there we go. And what we're going to do is just work that in there. We don't want it to, we just want it to go into the recesses. And if it darkens up the model, that's not going to be a big deal, because we're going to work outwards. Because that's what we do. And where is my thing there? Okay, so come to me. Get over there. Broken. Never cleared that off. How about that, huh? I wonder if I can do that. It's a 3-inch oak maple. Can I break it in half? I guess we will find out. We will find out. And what are we going to do? We're doing it because the dice tower is moving to Indiegogo. Not Kickstarter, Indiegogo. So if any of you are big Dice Tower contributors, please make sure that you support the channel that allows me to get so much done on it and reach so many people and help so many people as well. Alright, so hopefully this will dry in 20 minutes. Alright, let me answer a few questions while I'm at it. I apologize for this. Thanks, Serpium. It triggered by blah, 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 blah. Okay, we started talking to each other, Rob, since you were having a conversation with your brushes. I don't blame you. I'm not a painter, but I love Doom. Thanks, Rob, for doing this. I tried to save up money for the original Doom, and I'm so happy this one got remade. Well, you see this one I'm painting? I'm giving it away. Yes. If you are a patron on my channel, you will have a chance to win this very game that you are hearing me talk to brushes with. As I'm going to be painting 3 copies of this. One for myself, one for you guys, and one for a mystery. Will it be in the holiday one? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that is the stuff you recommend to put on the Viking medallion. Yep. For the Spoils of War Viking. Yes. Exactly. That's the kind of stuff that's just going to get in those recesses and sit in there, and then you kind of dry brush over it. Have you started painting your new Blood Bowl minis yet, Rob? Well, I wish I can say that. Because we don't know if I did or I didn't, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason for everything I do, folks. Everything. I'm a lot more well thought out than people think. I'm not as dumb as I look. But, to be honest, yes I have. But, I've kind of had to put that on the back burner because I do have some obligations that I do feel that I have to take care of first. And with Janice being away, it's in no rush. And that's why we had to push off one of the events that we were going to do, because her schedule and her work schedule and testing got in the way of a lot of things. So, but it will come back. I just kept on getting tired of pushing it off, and I just deleted the entire thread. I mean the entire show until she gets back after Christmas and things get a little more settled. It's tough. It's a busy girl. Very proud of her. She's a good girl too. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to really kind of work this in here. I kind of like how this sits in there. And I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. And that'll really give this a chance to dry. And I'm not worried about how dark it's going to get in there and what it's going, the effect that it's going to do, because I'm going to work our way out once it dries. And it's doing something really, really great here, and that's by getting in the face here and really kind of bringing out the face. Now you take your brush and you really have to work it in there, really work it around. Let you control the wash. Really take the wash and move it around. And I think I've said that about 5,000 times, so I know some of you are tired of hearing it, but I can't stress enough that you can really get a wonderful effect if you just be patient and work it in there. And there we go. That's what we're looking for. Exactly. So let's show it up. And when that dries, boy, what a nice effect that's going to be. What a nice effect that's going to be. But that's not it. We're not even close to what we need to do here. So we've got more things to do. We've got to let him dry. So dry, fool, dry. All right. And that we can even do more of that. As a matter of fact, let me just do one more of these, and then I'll save these two for the dice tower. And we'll spend the first 10 minutes of that. That'll give that a little more time to dry, which is perfect. How is that spelled? New oil. Nuln oil. Nul. It is N-U-L-N oil. Oh, goodness me, goodness me. What a good time we have here. And we're going to work that in there. And we are going to have some fun. And Doom. I think Doom is just really going to be a fun game. And we're going to have a great time with it. And we're going to work this in here for this guy here. And we're going to do something a little different with him too, because we really want him to stand out. We want him to be the head of the class here. There we go. And just work that, and voila. Is that what they say? I guess so. Talking to myself, possibly. Thank you. You're welcome, my friend. That new oil is a favorite of a lot of painters, I've noticed. Well, other painters? So you've been cheating? Oh my God. Here, and I thought this was the only show you watched. Oh, I'm so depressed now. Well, maybe they got it from this show. It really is. It helps a lot. Now here, another situation where you'd really just take a look and see how that's all worked in there nicely. It's darkened up the red, yeah, I know, but we're not worried about that. What we're worried about is how well it's in those recesses and how we're going to be able to drag it out. All right, let's close that up for now. And we'll let that dry a bit. We'll clean off this brush. This brush is not arguing with me at all today, which is good. We don't need that right now. Don't need any kind of controversy. All right. Let's see. So, got these kind of where we are. We're at 6:47. Oh, hold on. Nope. But it's my favorite show I watch. Sweet. How do I enter through Patreon? I never used it before. Basically, you just go to Patreon, you look up my name, and if you donate $1, which they will pull once a month, and you're part of the patron drawing every single month. It's pretty easy. It's not that hard. Or you can donate higher and you will get a painted game from me after 1 year of patronage. It's basically just supporting our causes, which we, number one, we help a lot of people, especially during the holidays. We have donated to Toys to Tots and the Children's Hospital, so many games. Thank you everybody that's donated. I can't thank you enough for that. So hey, it's 6:48. We're right now we're right where we need to be. So the next thing we need to do is turn this off, and hopefully you'll all meet me at the Dice Tower. Dice Tower for part 2 coming up live at 7 o'clock. So I'll see you guys over there. Hope you guys can make it. Thanks so much for watching this, and we'll see you soon.